Wondering how to share audio on your social media for a podcast, music, whatever else it might be? Sharing links, text, videos, photos, that's easy on social media. Today, I'll show you an easy way to share audio on your social media, all right? Let's get into it. What's up, busy people? Welcome to 5-Minute Social Media. If you have been frustrated by your social media, feeling like you're putting in way more effort versus the results that you're getting back, you're in a great place. Every week, we release a quick video to help you with a different piece of your social media marketing strategy. So if that sounds like something you could use, take a second, hit subscribe, click that bell, and that way you'll be notified each week when we release another helpful video. My name is Jerry Potter. If you are a podcaster, a radio host, a musician, anyone who creates audio, you may have noticed that audio is the one type of content that's kind of been shoved aside by all the social media networks. Today I'm going to show you a tool that makes it not only easy to share your audio on social media, but also have it look fantastic. What I'm showing you today is the Headliner video app. And I'd already been using it for months, so when they reached out to me to see if I would make a video about it, I was pumped. So thanks to Headliner for sponsoring this video. So super easy, go to headliner.app. You can create a free account right away. Once you're logged in, this is the home screen you're going to see. Audiogram Wizard, that is to turn an audio clip into a video with a waveform. That's one of the things we're going to look at today, as well as full episode. Video transcript, it'll actually take your video's audio and create captions for you. Article to video, it'll actually take an article. You can paste a link, and it'll take the text and find corresponding images and create a video. And then Find My Content, you can pre-fill a video based on whatever you upload. So the main two we're going to focus on today, though, because this is about sharing audio on social media, is the Audiogram Wizard or full episode. So to start, I'm going to go ahead and click on Audiogram Wizard. I'm going to go ahead and upload my audio. You can use an MP3 file or a WAV file. Then you got a couple options down below. One, audio transcription. Yep, I'd like you to do a transcription. And then you choose the language of the transcription. So it is in English. I hit next. Now, depending on how long your audio is, for this feature, it's got to be 10 minutes or less. Of course, if you're going to share it on social media, you probably want it a ways under 10 minutes. So right down here at the bottom, you can choose, for example, a tweet can be up to 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Instagram is up to a minute. Instagram stories, 15 seconds. Snapchat, 10-second clips. Facebook, 10 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and choose Instagram stories because that's where I would be likely to do this. And that gives me a 15-second limit. And now I can move this around and decide where I want it to go. So I know my clip that I want is right here, and it's actually a little under 15 seconds. So 15 seconds will give you that limit, but you don't have to do exactly that. You can still drag and drop to wherever you want it to be. That's just kind of there as a guide if you're going to put it on Instagram stories. So I can say I'm under 15 seconds. Once I've got my clip where I want it, I go ahead and click Next. Next, I'm going to choose my aspect ratio. They even give you little clues down here. So best for YouTube and websites is landscape. Square works really well, quite a few places actually. But of course, I already decided I'm going to share this on Instagram stories. So I'm going to choose portrait, hit next. Now I can choose the waveform that I want on there. So there's all these different types of waveforms that you can have. Or you can choose none if you don't want any waveforms on there. Then you can choose where you want them to be, top, middle, padded at the bottom, or at the bottom. I see most people put them at the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Then you can actually choose the color. Because I can, I'm going to go ahead and choose my brand color for this. So if you know your brand color's hex code or RGB, so that's the orange that's in my logo. And by the way, even though we chose the wave position from the drop-down menu, you can still move it to wherever you want. You can drag the corners if you want it to be in a very specific place or a very specific size. So really a lot of creativity can go into this. And then you can add a background image. I'll go ahead and use a photo of myself. Crop it the way you want. Once you've got everything set the way you want, you hit Create Project. Then it's going to load your project. And if you've ever used any sort of audio or more specifically video editing software, this should look really familiar. So down here at the bottom, you've got multiple tracks. Here's a text track, another text track, media. That is, of course, the image, and then the audio. So as you can see, the transcript popped up now. I can go through and click on these and edit them if I don't like the way it looks. The transcription is obviously done by a computer or an algorithm or whatever, so it's not perfect, but it's pretty close. So you get your text exactly the way you want it so that they'll show up on the screen there. If you decided you didn't want your transcript there, you could obviously just turn it off really quick. but I want it on because a lot of people do view social media without the sound on. Then under style, you can go through and choose different caption styles. So you can see the default is kind of over a transparent black background. You can also come in and customize it if you want. So for mine, I'm going to go ahead and use my other brand color. I'm going to choose a font that I like. And by the way, you can actually upload custom fonts. So if you have a very specific font that you use for your brand, you can upload that as well. But all kinds of different options in here to get everything looking exactly the way you want. So now that I have that, I think want to move these down because I want them to sit right above where my waveform is. Now let's go back and see how that looks. So I can see how that looks, and I actually like the way it looks, but if I wanted to change something, I can just click on it down here in the timeline. Like, let's say I wanted the waveform to be a little smaller or lower. So I can click on that, it'll open my waveform editor, and just like we did before, I can move it around, I can change the size a little bit. So once you've got everything set the way you want, come over here, hit export. If you do a lot of videos in here and you have a custom intro or outro, you can actually add it, which is really, really cool, or both. Choose the quality. We're going to say hi, the frame rate, the email address, because this is where it'll email you once the video is all ready to go. And then, of course, here is the video size, which you chose before. I'm going to go ahead and do it in vertical HD2, which is 1080 by 1920, which is what they prefer for Instagram stories. And then hit export, and off it goes. I'll get a notification when it's done. And if I need to walk away or whatever else, then it'll email me when the track is ready as well. Oh, a couple other features I want to show you too. So up here, I can click on media. You can see there's that image, and you can also add other media if you changed your mind. You went, oh, I don't like this picture anymore. But you can also add a watermark. So for example, I can go through and add my own logo. Obviously, I don't need it to be that big. Put it up like that for a little additional branding. Add watermark. Gonna mix it in, there it goes. And then under style, they have a background color you can choose, which is helpful, especially if you weren't going to necessarily use an image in the background like I have. So in just a second, I want to show you how the project turned out. But first, I want to show you one other feature here, and that is full episodes. So if you have a longer audio program, podcast would be probably the most common, and you want to turn it into a video with some visuals, you can basically go through the same steps, upload your audio project. Remember on the other one, it could be up to 10 minutes. Well, this one can be up to 2 hours. Hit next, choose your aspect ratio, your size. Next, and then same thing again. Choose how you want it to look. Background image, color, everything is all just like you had it before. Only this time, this is the last step. And then once you hit export, it'll render it on its servers, and then it'll email you when it's ready. And that way you can upload your full podcast to a video platform. All right, let's go back and see how the one I made turned out.
Applying this same idea, I thought, LinkedIn sucks, but most people around me are loving it. Maybe I'm the problem. At this moment, I set out to find a way to make LinkedIn better for me. And I did it in 3 easy steps.
So as I mentioned, Headliner has a free version that'll be free forever, and you can do up to 10 videos per month. It includes transcription of 1080p, so there's no low-res garbage that some companies throw at you in the free version. Really fantastic. Or Headliner Pro, which is only $12.95 a month, gives you unlimited videos, custom watermarks. You saw the way I added my logo, and access to all kinds of videos and image clips that you can utilize with your audio clips, including Getty editorial images, which is like celebrity images and things like that. Normally, these cost a fortune. So you can save your brand into a reusable template, the custom intro and outro videos. So this is for a power user, and this is what I use because I'm creating lots of video all the time. Thanks to Headliner.app for sponsoring this tutorial. If you want to check it out, you can get the link in the description of this video. Got any comments or questions about what we covered in this tutorial? If so, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, if it was helpful, give it a like, hit subscribe. You're not only supporting me, but also my 2 tiny superheroes at home.